some discussion if it was a bomb ball, but I'm sure it was not a bomb ball. Paris looking towards the umpire and then walks off. So it's all over. They haven't gotten 100.
Yeah, and I just wonder what the batsman was thinking there, because he seems to think that he wasn't out. Whether he was thinking that was a bomb ball or not, but he hit that straight to the man at extra cover. He dived to his right and slightly forward as well, and took a very good catch. And you could see that he took it cleanly as well. There wasn't any question about whether it was pitched in front of him. I think he took it very cleanly, and he was out. So DCC, I think, wouldn't be happy with the sort of score they have gotten, but that's already on the board, and they've got to now come and try and defend that score.
So 96 all out in 26.3 overs. The game, you would remember, reduced to 32 overs per side, starting at 10 minutes past 1, scheduled for a 9:30 start. Let's go through the scorecard. Brandon Jaikaran was removed by Pomal for 4, 21 for 1, and then Jaden Campbell, who was run out by a direct hit, he made 20 with 3 fours. It was 45 for 2. So at 45 for 1, before Campbell was run out, they slipped to 96 for 9, with only Wilson making 22. And towards the end of the innings, Osafa Green, who was caught at long on to give Adel the first of his 3 wickets, he made 19. At that stage, it was 93 for 8, and then all out for 96 off of 26.3 overs. So we'll get the bowling figures in a short while.
And again, Sean, it shows how we don't use our feet to spin bowlers, because I think both spinners, the right arm leg spin and the left arm orthodox, bowled pretty well, yes, but I don't think you can say they were devastating.
Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the Everest Cricket Club ground. We're just about ready for the run chase. It's Tri-State against DCC in this under 19 final in Georgetown. Tri-State set a target of 97 after DCC were bowler for 96. Remember, we're playing a reduced game because of a wet pitch this morning, but since play started just about 10 minutes after 1 o'clock, it's been gripping contest with DCC being bowled out before their 32 overs for 96. So getting ready for the reply by Tri-State. Of course, it's the championship match in this tournament. We're hoping that it will go down to the wire. It's not going to be a daunting chase really for Tri-State. They've been in good nick so far this tournament, and one would expect, because of that kind of confidence and that kind of record that they have leading up to today's final, that they should be able to get over the hurdle. But DCC, they're known to spring surprises. They've been the most dominant, arguably the most dominant team in the country, and they've been continuing to do very well. They've lost a few of their players for one reason or the other. and now they're playing what we may describe as not necessarily the strongest DCC team, but at the end of it, it's still a DCC team. Starting the commentary this afternoon, we have Mr. Trevor Walk, and he is the manager of the Tri-State side. We're pleased to have him in our commentary box today. So good afternoon, Mr. Walk. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
All right, well, certainly much better now that you're chasing just 96 for championship glory.
Well, certainly better than 96 than 196, but as they say, you know, it's not over until the last ball. So anything can still happen. I gather just a few days ago, one of these bowlers bowled and got 9 wickets.
Yes.
So, hey.
Ezekiel Wilson is going to be fancying himself again, looking to bowl his side to victory. But 97 to win from 32 overs, I guess you'll take that any day.
Yes, I certainly would.
All right. The journey, let's talk about the journey in Guyana so far. It's been a few days, it's been competitive cricket, and here you are in the final. How has that been so far in Guyana?
Well, you know, it's actually overall, I would say it's been a very enjoyable and rewarding tour. I mean, of course, we've had stresses and strains, but of course, you know, along the way, but those have been handled very expertly by the administrators behind the scenes. And, you know, the number of games that we're playing in such a short period is a challenge for boys, but they've held up very well, I'd say.
All right, so it's going to be the openers. The openers are in the middle. Ishan Bansal,
Mukamala.
Saitesia Mukamala.
Saitesia Mukamala.
All right, so the first delivery is stroked down towards mid-off, and the fielder knocks it down, diving away. As Wilson begins from the commentary box end, this is over number 1. Remember, it's a 32 overs a side game. DCC bowler for 96, and now Tri-State looking to get 97. So still have Mr. Walk with us. So a few days, lots of cricket, but I think the memories will be everlasting.
Absolutely. I think this should be a very rewarding experience for the players, both cricket-wise and just for life in general. I'm sure at the end of it, they'll be a little sore, but they'll be much better for having made the trip.
Off the mark with a single, and Tri-State, they're off and running. So let's look at what happened before you guys came to Guyana. US not really known for cricket, but this is a young team. Where did these players come from?
Most of the players are from the New York, New Jersey area, but we have some from other parts. The captain is from North Carolina, and the youngest member of the team is actually from California. So it covers pretty much the whole geography of the United States, but so, predominantly from the New York, New Jersey region.
So what was the measuring stick used for selection for this Guyana tour?
Well, actually, a lot of this is done through through the New York Tri-State organization, which is, and the principal person in that regard is Lyndon Fraser, you know, well-known Guyanese ex-player and now coach, and he's invested a considerable amount of his time and energy, you know, trying to develop youth cricket in the United States, and this is a result of his efforts in the program that he and others have put together. The New York Tri-State organization is essentially trying to develop youth cricket and also provide, you know, develop leadership among young people, just, you know, beyond cricket itself.
We know that cricket is being played a lot in the leagues really in the US, a lot expats and, you know, those who move from the Caribbean and from Asia. But what has really been happening is it big in schools? Is it cricket in the schools in America?
Well, yes, I'd say, yeah. I mean, it's certainly in the development stage. There are quite a number of schools in the New York area now that actually participate in their own schools program during the season, and it's grown quite a bit in recent years. And I've seen across the country more and more school systems are actually including cricket in their sports programs. So that's an encouraging sign. But you know, there's obviously still a lot to be done. But it's given the size of the country and the number of people. But it is an encouraging sign. And you say is even though cricket is not, you know,
forced choice,
right? You know, a prominent sport in the United States, it's nonetheless played by quite a number of people. and it's actually played in every state in the country.
That's definitely encouraging.
Yeah.
4 without loss after the first over. So it's going to be a new bowler, this time from the top end, the seawall end, Moni Ram Singh. And he's going to be bowling to Saitija. Saitija, both batsmen on 2. So Tri-State looking to get 97 to win their 4 without loss after over number 1. And just recently, United States, they were awarded one-day international status.
Yeah.
So that is encouraging as well. It certainly it shows the progress of cricket in the US. And that must be pleasing to you as well.
Yes. Yes, I mean, the thing with cricket in the United States, I mean, there are lots of good players playing in the United States, but like in most cricketing territories, the organization, the administration is a problem. You know, we can spend forever discussing the whys and wherefores of that, but at least it's good. What has just happened is an example of the potential of cricket in the United States.
So any of those players that were part of that, I think it was in Namibia, the senior team they were in, there was some part they were on a tour.
Yeah.
So any of your players have graduated to that senior team?
Well, not these players.
No, these are the young ones.
Not at this point. I would expect that some of them will.
Yeah.
Actually, the captain of this team is currently, you know, he's one of the sort of the reserve squad for the senior team. Actually,
Excellent. So what's his age? The captain's age?
the captain's age. This is his last year under 19, so he's at the under 19 limit now.
Okay, sounds good. So
He's good up through the end of January or something like that, and then his under 19 status is finished.
So let's look at the composition of your team basically, because we know we have players. You said the US have been playing cricket all states now.
All states.
How many players are from the New York, New Jersey area? Tell me the composition of your team generally.
This team is, well, there's one kid from California. And he's the youngest member of the team, actually.
What's his name? That's which one?
His name is Adil. Yeah, he was the last.
Shiv Sankar, right?
Yeah,
Shiva
Kumar.
Kumar, sorry.
He got a few wickets bowling from this end here.
Okay, yeah.
And then we have the captain, who is from North Carolina. We actually had one person on the team who was from Canada. But he actually came here to Guyana early, and because of his success here in Guyana, he actually had to leave our squad because he was successful in trying to make the Guyana under 17 team, I believe. And I think he did so well that we lost him. Was it Matthew Mandandu? But there's one person here from New York itself, and then the remainder of the guys are from the New Jersey area, specifically. But that, not New Jersey, just New Jersey State. So.
Very well played.
As I said before, it's predominantly the New York, New Jersey area, not the region itself as defined by the United States Cricket Association, but the geographical area of New York, New Jersey.
Score remains 9 without loss. This is over number 2 in progress. This one is guided down towards a third man, and Saitija will get another single. 10 without loss, 2 overs gone. So Trevor Walk, manager, talk about your background to cricket, because you seem to have an eye for talent as well.
Well, I've been playing cricket like most people in the cricket world all my life. I've actually had my cricket career in New York actually started in 1966.
That's the year our country got independence.
Yeah, that's the year I left Barbados as a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm still playing.
Sounds really good. All right, as manager of this team, what are some of the challenges you're having? Because they're young guys, they're on a tour. I'm sure this is not the first tour for you, but some of them are here for the first time.
Well, like dealing with any group of kids, they're actually, I find, a very, very good group of kids. We've had an occasional problem of some misbehavior or whatever else, but generally they're okay. Most of the issues we have to deal with are more of, dealing with practical issues that come up, to getting, transportation, making sure everybody is well fed and taken care of. Little issues that come up in the hotel occasionally, things of that sort. Now, mostly off the cricket field. The things that little things that make life more comfortable. But the cricket itself, we've really had no real issues to deal with.
Just seen a wonderful cover drive that was punched down to the cover boundary for 4. So the score motoring along really is now 15 without loss in over number 3. Wilson bowling from the commentary box end. He's perhaps the best spinner for DCC at this time in this game. So backing himself to get an early breakthrough. Set 97 to win in 32 overs. Tri-State out of the blocks in a hurry. And tell us about some of those rewarding moments, whether it's on the field or off the field on this tour.
Well, I think it's very good to see the players being successful, because nothing, of course, nothing like success to whip up the enthusiasm. Obviously, I said it's been a bit of a struggle. You can see that in the field, especially, but by and large, I think they've done. It's been a terrific experience, and I think that's seeing their seeing their enjoyment. I think is sort of rewarding for me, and sure for the coach. You put time and effort in, and it's good to see the kids getting their rewards.
Healthy edge found, and ball just dropping just a bit short of the field at first slip when he felt he could have done a bit better. But one more to Tri-State. 16 without loss over number 3, and punching it into the onside down to mid-on. No score, so score remains 16 without loss after 3 overs. Tri-State looking to get 97 to beat DCC to be crowned champions. So it's been a very good tour overall. So what's next for this squad?
Well, it's hard to say for sure what's next, but currently we are considering possibly going down to Barbados in July, I think it is, for the Garfield Silvers tournament. So, but that, there are lots of logistics and other issues to sort out before you can commit to that. But that's one of the possible things on the agenda.
Some work to do between now and July.
Yes, and of course, these kinds of tours take lots of planning and activity behind the scenes over many weeks and months.
So once you're in Guyana, you will get some amount of music, some noise. It's all part of the festivity.
Unexpected entertainment.
It's all part of the package. So, manager, it was really a pleasure having you here, and I'm sure you mentioned a lot of effort to take for you guys to get here and to polish off the tournament, perhaps with a win, going back with some silverware, lots of memories. But I'm sure you have lots of partners that have made this possible.
Absolutely.
People went deep into their pockets. You must say thank you to them.
Yes, we have a lot of people to thank for this, actually, both in the United States as well as here in Guyana. But none more so than the coach himself, who has invested a tremendous amount of his time and both organizing the tour as well as trying to develop the players themselves and coaching people, putting in his time, and it's amazing, and all simply because of his love for the kids. No rewards other than the satisfaction of the.
Oh, they've seen the fall of the first wicket. The keeper standing up, and that delivery from Maniram Singh finding the edge, faint edge. The batsman looked as if he was going to walk, and eventually stayed his ground. And eventually the umpire Lambert giving him out. So that's the fall of the first wicket. The score in over number 3. Over number 4, in fact, 16 for a loss of 1. So 1 wicket going down over number 4. But the type of start in this low-scoring game that the Tri-State they have, I think they'll back themselves to get that 97, maybe with some balls to spare. I'm hoping you're seeing the same way you manage. You think you'll back yourself to still get 97?
Of course.
One of your.
But we have to. We're not going to be awarded any runs, so we still have work to do.
So that's the fall of Bansal, caught behind for 3 in fact. So 3 Bansal made, and he has now made way for the new batsman, Sanjay Stanley. So Sanjay Stanley, double S coming out, the captain of this. Yes, the captain coming out. Lots of potential, lots of expectations from him as well, and we're hoping that he can have a captain's knock to polish off a wonderful tour.
Correct. And I mean, it would also be good for his resume
Yes.
with regard to moving ahead into the senior team and beyond. Yeah.
Well, he's right-handed. He's going to take guard from umpire Lambert, and he's going to be awaiting the bowling of Muniram Singh. So far, 1.5 overs, 1 for 6. Early breakthrough is always important if you're going to try to restrict an opposition to under 96. So Muniram Singh doing the work for his team so far. Keeper did wonderfully well standing up with the helmet. Took that catch quite easily. Could have been a different story had he been standing back. Here he is up again, the keeper, for his delivery to the captains. Stanley, he plays and misses outside the off stump, and the score remains 16 for a loss of 1 after 4 overs completed. So as we wrap up our discussion here, Manage, is there anything else you want to say before you leave? Not only the commentary box, but also Guyana.
Well, you asked me a moment ago about people that we
Say
would
thank
like
you.
to thank. One person in particular here who has been, nothing but tremendous in all of his assistance is making sure that our stay has been very memorable is Mr. Sean Masai.
Yeah.
And we owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude for all that he's done for us.
He's part of our commentary box today and still logistically helping and putting everything in place. He's a wonderful gentleman indeed.
Well, we can second that.
This one is punched down the ground. Feel at mid-on comes around. Wonderful sliding stop, and the batsman will take a single. So one more to Tri-State. Saitija moves on by 1 as well. He's now on to 12, 17 for a loss of 1. And manager, closing words before you leave.
Well, again, we thank everybody for all their efforts, all the teams, all the administrators, all the supporters, and I can't exaggerate how much we've enjoyed the tour. I mean, we look forward to coming again sometime, maybe next year.
Well, let's see if you're crowned champions. You gotta come back to defend that title, or else you lose it without even entering the ring.
Well, win or lose, it's been quite a tour for us. I mean, of course, it would be nice to cap everything off with a victory, but I think at the same time, we've already won just by being here, and the experience itself has been tremendous. So I hope the kids, I'm sure there will be something they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
This one is pulled away through mid-wicket, and it's going to be another boundary to Tri-State, and that one is off the bat of Saitija. He moves on to 16 from just 12 balls, and the score 22 for loss of 1 in over number 5, and that's a very good way to say well done, well played, and congratulations. Thank you for being here, Mr. Trevor Walk, and the entire Tri-State team.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for having us, and thanks on behalf of the entire team.
Yes, and on behalf of all of us here in Guyana, GCA, and everyone involved in this tour, it was certainly a pleasure having you, and we do look forward to having you again in the near future. But even as you go back, we want to wish you all the best as well in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Certainly a pleasure. As the voice of Trevor Walk, manager of Tri-State team, and they're locked in battle right now again here at the beautiful Everest ground in Georgetown, Guyana. Ezekiel to Saitija. He drives confidently down towards mid-off. Fielder fumbles, and the batsman attempt the run on the misfield. So the score remains on 22 for a loss of 1. Over number 5 is in progress. Remember, they set a target of 97 from 32 overs, a possible 32 overs. DCC were bowled out for 96 halfway through the 27th over. The game that should have started at 9:30 this morning, but because of a wet pitch, started at 10 minutes after 1 o'clock this afternoon. And since then, it's been gripping contests. 5 overs gone in the run chase. Tri-State 22 for the loss of 1, with Saitija on 16 and Captain Stanley on 1. As we say good afternoon once again to Sean Messiah. Sean is certainly wonderful words coming out of the mouth of manager of the visiting team, Trevor Walk.
He says you're the Messiah of Georgetown.
That's what he said. You're the Messiah of Georgetown.
Thank you, Manage Trevor Walk. Thank you for giving me that compliment.
Maniram
Maniram.
Singh is going to pick up the attack. This is his third over. First ball from a new over. And it's played down towards backward square. We get a Singh 2, in fact. And there's good batting from Saiteja and Captain Stanley now coming to the wicket and trying to make his presence felt. Like Manage Walk said, he'll be looking to stamp his authority here and sign off the tournament with a big knock. Here he is, driving down towards extra cover. Can't beat the fielder. 24 now for the loss of 1. It's been certainly a wonderful tournament from all accounts, Messiah.
Yeah, I can't really complain much. As anything else, most competition have a little hiccups here and there, but I must want to say thanks to all the ground officials that are all the venues that we've been able to play these these matches throughout the 2 weeks. Most of the grounds they're being helpful, in terms of giving the GCA the permission to use their venue to play the competition. So I must say thanks to them.
One thing we had no control over was that rain yesterday. But other than that, we had full matches. All the matches were played without any interruption. That's really good indeed. It was certainly, that's right.
Right.
It was certainly a happy Easter.
Very happy.
All the matches were played indeed.
All the matches.
So does the final reduced because of rain yesterday?
Yeah, Stanley working it through mid-wicket area, going for a single. They're going to come back for 2. Ezekiel picks up now, and the return is on its way. So Stanley, a very busybody cricketer, likes to get things going, and the score takes on by 2 to 27 for 1. We are in over number 6. Over number 6 being bowled by Muniram, right? Muniram Singh, is it? Muniram Singh, and Tri-State looking for the target of a 97 for victory, as Muniram Singh, and the bowls to Sanjan is driving it out towards the cover. Pick up there by is it Nanan, and there is no run. So a nice cooling breeze and the nice bright sunshine here at the Everest ground. We're streaming live. I want to say hello to all my friends in the United States, especially Keith Haynes, Derek Edwards. Good afternoon to you. And no doubt John, Tri-State well and truly on.
Yes, they're on course indeed, and they're batting. It's a business-like approach, I must say, to this run chase. They look very much up to the challenge. Captain stroking it with a nice straight bat, confident shots, and I think they're definitely playing like a champion team.
Yes, everything so far is along the ground, or along the carpet, as we would say. But that brings up the end of the 6th over, and Tri-State 27 for 1 at the end of over number 6.
They're certainly, despite the loss of 1 wicket, certainly enjoying the early exchanges in this innings. Ezekiel Wilson, so far 3 overs for him, none for 16. And Muniram Singh, the lone wicket taker. Those are the bowlers used so far by DCC. But if DCC should come back into this game defending a low total, they need wickets. And how will they get it? They have to build some pressure on these batsmen. These batsmen look very well set and competent. And if they're going to get wickets, they need to build pressure and take it from there.
Yes, they have to bowl wicket to wicket, as we would say, and try to cut down on the free scoring. But here is Ezekiel and bowls to Sai, as we call it. He's on the back foot and punch it out to cover a misfield there by the fielder, and it gets an easy single in the end and takes the score now to 28 for 1. This is Percival, is it? Is this the son
Ricardo
of
Percival.
Percival? Andre Percival, left arm spinner. I think this was his 2nd game so far in the tournament. But let's watch him. He will bowl into Sanjay. Here he comes. And he passed the umpire and bowls to Sanjay. He's pulling this one around. He's going to go down to the long leg area. He's going to go close to the boundary. It's a chase for Jafar Pinder, but he picks it up now. He's getting to the boundary for 4. So it's very quick here. Good shot there by Stanley. Takes the score now to 32. 32 for 1 in over number 7.
A good shot, the ball that was down the leg side. Short one as well, so just helped along its way. Despite it was a bit soft, the field continues to be productive in terms of runs, so you got a boundary.
Percival in and bowls to Stanley's drive into the left of the bowler, out to mid-off. Wilson fields, no run. The score is kept on 32 for 1 in over number 7. So John, did the manager say that if he will be back next year?
All plans are in place for the next tour, perhaps the Barbados. And then they'll look to come back to Guyana.
I see.
I guess if you win the tournament, you'll want to come back.
Yeah, because he will be the defending champion.
Defending champions,
you
and
want
of
to come
course,
back to defend.
you're thinking that if you've done it once, you can do it again.
Twice. So we look out for them. We'll hear at the end of the presentation.
While he did not say yes, we'll be back, it sounded like yes, we'll be back.
Percival in a bowl of wide ball, signal wide by umpire Josiah. That takes the score to 34. 34 for 1 in over number 7. So at the end of the innings, we have a lot of presentation ceremony. Lots of awards will be given out to players that perform during the competition, and award for players performing this final here, as we know, is the GCA AYPCL on the 1950 overs final. So
it's a good collaboration, I can tell you, because lots of excitement, lots of cricket, and lots of runs on wickets as well. So these players who play this tournament will look forward to it next year. So I'd love to see the partnership continues between AYPCL and GCA.
Yeah, the sponsor is Rahul Sharma. He's behind the whole sponsorship for the AYPCL, along with the partnering with us here right here at GCA. I also just want to say thanks to the hard-working media, because without them, we won't have coverage, especially Sean Devers, not because he's here, but Sean Devers and as Mario from the Starbrook News, and Rajiv and Faisal and John yourself as well. We want to say thanks to giving good coverage for all the games, all the matches that played in the under 19. I want to say thanks to the hard-working GCA executives as well. Myself and Azad and the President Roger Harper, Mark Harper, and Deborah McNichol, the Secretary Neil Barry. All working hard behind the scene. But is back here at the Everest, where is it Osafa Green? Yes, he's coming in from the top end, he bowled to Sanjay, and he's driving sweetly through the cover area. He's going out towards the cover. The man runs wrong, his right picks up, and he gets an easy single in the end. That takes the score to 35 for 1 in the start of over number 8, is it? 35 for 1 and 8 over.
That's a sweetly timed shot. It's a pity it did not go to the boundary, but it had everything in it. Had lots of class. That's a shot of a batsman. We know that he knows how to hold a bat. Stroking it, had everything behind it, elbows cocked.
Yep.
Good use of the feet as well, reaching the pitch of the delivery. Well played.
Green with a nice action, comes in and bowls to Sai. He's stroking it out to the man at mid-off. And this youngster, Sai, he was here in 2017. Yes, when he came, he played in the under 15 category. Now he's back. Very good youngster. Plays cricket all around.
He has graduated.
Yeah, he's graduated. Here comes Green, and he's driving, he's stroking this one to the right of the man at point, and he's going out towards the point boundary and into for 4 runs. All along the carpet. From the time it left the bat, John, all along the carpet and into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, with an offer on that occasion. And these batsmen, they love to drive. That one was driven square of the wicket and did not come off the ground at all, and went whistling past the fielder there and into the boundary for 4. Well played. Well played to this 39. The score races up to 39. This is halfway through the 8th over.
Once again he drives, but this time he finds the fielder at point, backward point. So there is no run. So they're rotating nicely here with the partnership. We had one wicket went down in Shan Bansal. He went in the second over or the third over. But it's Osafo past umpire Lambert and bowls to side. Get the ball down the leg side and dive in attempt by the keeper. Didn't get a glove onto it. And the batsman crossed for one, so that's 2 wides. And the umpire now signal is wide. The score moves to, is it 41?
Yeah.
41.
He actually got a glove
For
onto
one.
it but could not stop it.
Right.
And because of that, the batsmen were able to complete take a next run. So 2 runs credited to Tri-State. And they're well on course.
Osafo Green in a bowser. Oh, and he's all behind it. Everything behind it. The broad showing the full bat. Stroke it out to the man at cover here and no run. And the score kept on 42. 42 for 1. So a nice cooling breeze here coming across the beautiful ground here of Everest, being bound by the seawall and the Carifest Avenue. Here comes Osafo Green and a bows to no, the stroke in this one was well played by Jai Karan. Is it? And a return to the stump. No run. So Stanley is looking positive here, looking good, John.
That's a low full toss, looking for the Yorker, looking to bridge the defense of Stanley, but that broad bat of him will not miss that one. Well played. I think this batsman has a long way to go in terms of his career, and it's good to know that he's actually on the reserve list for the senior team for the US. They just qualified to play 1 international cricket, and it's only a matter of time before he will break into that side, and he deserves it. Looking very well here today. Low full toss there, driving it, but straight to the fielder. Once he spends some time at the crease and plays more cricket, he's going to be a force to reckon with.
Yeah, he's a well-composed batsman. As Percival in and gets a ball short and side slaps it 2 point. The man comes on, picks up, gets a single that takes the score to 42 now. 42 for 1. Yeah, both batsmen look composed. You know, Stanley himself, he was here 2 years back as well. You know, now he returned his second time here with the Tri-State team. So, you know what
seems like
what's
a
about.
really good unit.
Really
They've
good
been keeping together.
Yeah. So,
Wonderful.
congrats to Lyndon Fraser, coach and manager, Mr. Walks, in keeping this team together. As Sanjay stroke it out to the man at extra cover. Return comes in, gets a single. Everything along the ground. This is an example for the youths to watch and you know, ensure that when their turn comes to bat, whenever they play any cricket, you know, you try your best to keep the ball as possible as on the ground instead of in the air. But it's Percival aborts his run.
Yeah, once you keep the ball along the ground, away from the fielders, you will get runs. You do not need to go the aerial route at all.
Percival in and bowls to side. He gets a short one and he pulls this one to mid-wicket area. One bounce to the field on the boundary. Gets a single. Side moves on to 23. The score is now 45, 44. 44 for 1. In over number 9. Percival ball into a slip. Coming up both. So Sandy's driving hard to Jaikaran in the cover. The return comes in. No run. So Sanjay looking to get going. He's looking to make a statement here. So a slight adjustment in the field. Ezekiel is pushing the man out on the point boundary. That's Jaden Campbell. As Percival left arm spin in and both Sanjay and he on the back foot and punch it out towards to the man out on point boundary there for a single. But I think if he was there, John, he might have caught that single.
Most definitely. But I think they're looking to preserve the boundaries. They don't want to give away anything. But Percival just bowled a bit too short and allowed the batsman to get a free hit, so to speak. No pressure at all on the batsman.
Yeah, and he's driving. You can see it's a bit of short of work for Percival. You know, he's now coming into the thick of things. So youngster now coming up, he will learn. So that brings up the end of the over number 8. And the score is 46 for 1.
So Stanley looking very good on 13, and with him, Saiteja on 24. They just set 97 to win from 32 overs. Tri-State against DCC. DCC bowler from 96 halfway through over number 27. Now Tri-State, they're well on course for victory, a convincing victory, and they deserve every moment of joy that will come with it. They've been working very hard over the past 2 weeks in this tournament. It's not easy to be away from home and to put in this type of work and to do it so consistently well. Well played.
Yes, I guess the parents back home would love this when they get back there and they're playing tomorrow. White signal by the umpire. You know, they're flying out tomorrow, so no doubt they will be going out with all smiles, you know, with a trophy in their hand maybe. So Osafa Green for DCC turns at the top of the mark. He bowled to side past the umpire and bowls and sides get a full toss and drive it out towards mid-off. Gets a single. Takes the score now to 48. 48 for 1 in over number 9. And we had a team coming out from Better Hope was involved in this competition as well. You know, was the guys from the USA. He sponsored the team, so you know, congratulations to them to making it into the Georgetown Cricket Association as well. Driving sweetly out to cover area is Sanjay, and the return comes in. It gets an easy single. This outfield is fast, John, real fast. The dry spell that we had, and we don't know if it's going to continue or how long it's going to continue, but we did have some good rain yesterday. I think the farmers would have relished.
I'm very happy. I, for one, very happy. I water tank. Finally had some water, the overhead tank.
I think my good friend Clyde Butts might have happy for that too. I don't know if his tank would have been empty.
It was a long dry spell in Guyana.
Yeah, very long.
Everest just there, just before that rain, was very parched. And it's amazing what one day of rain can do to a ground.
Yes.
Looking very green again.
Very green.
Everest. So that's the 50 coming up for Tri-State in over number 10. So
50 for 1 in over number 9. So after this over, we'll hand you over to Sean Devers and Clyde Butts. So Osafa just aboard his run.
So they've been called already. So selectors have been busy calling in the next pair. Chances are, the way that the pair at the crease have been going, it will be the end of our stint in this match as well. So
yes, that's so.
I'll allow you to.
Aiden Bowles is beaten. I want to say, let me use the opportunity now to say thanks, John, for working with you and allowing us to, you know, do the streaming live. Thanks on behalf of the Georgetown Cricket Association, you know, to carry this game around the world to the States and right here in Guyana. Thanks a lot, and we look forward for another partnering with you in the future. Osafa and Bowles, a full toss is caught straight to Giddins, well fielded there. That one came off the bat like a bullet, but straight to the man. Well fielded by Giddins.
And if there's one thing Sanjay can work on in terms of his game, he needs to pick the gap. Lots of his time he's playing the ball, but straight to the fielders. But like I said, he's young. He can work with that. Once he plays more often, he will be able to develop his game.
And he stroked this one now to the left of Giddins running around, but the man with Pinter comes off the third man boundary, collects, and the batsman gets an easy single. 51 for 1 at the end of over number 10, is it? Yeah, so Tri-State looking for 96, 97 for victory. They're 51 for 1. So Sean, over to you.
Well, just before Sean comes in, I want to say thank you very much as well to GCA and to the overseas partner for making it possible. And it was certainly a pleasure working with the rest of the commentary team. And the scoreboard here showing 52, but it should be 51 for us innings total 96, so 97 for victory. And Tri-State well on course for that one with captain at the middle on 15 and Saiteja on 26. Good afternoon, Sean.
Yes, good afternoon to you, John, and good kudos to you for your developmental program here at part of the Everest ground. You've got a practice facility being constructed. You've got upgrading of the actual ground, And this ground looks in tip-top condition, despite the adverse dry weather. So 53 for the loss of Bansal. He was caught off the bowling of Singh for 3. It was then 16 for 1. It's now 53 for 1. Sun has been out all day. We want to thank you for the sun too. Thank God for sending down the sun all day. It's been blessed with glorious sunshine. Here is a ball that's on the line of the leg stump, and that's neatly played. And the short, the man at long leg has almost given up the job. He goes to retrieve the ball, and it goes into the boundary for 4. What happened there, Clyde?
I wouldn't be able to say. He started to run and then suddenly just stopped. I think he would have gotten there, and he probably would have saved 2 runs. Started to go after it. It was a bad delivery down the leg side. The batsman waited on it nicely, realizing that there's a man out at deep square leg, and hit it behind square and got 4 runs for it.
So the total going up now to 57 for 1. 55 for 1. 56 for 1. I was just going to say 57 for 5. Because I heard you say 5. I thought you meant the wickets. So, who's bowling? Paris. Paris. Bowling from the commentary box end. He's bowling now to Mukamila.
Okay.
Mukamala gets a wide. Looks to drive and misses it. So does the keeper. And they go for 2 wides. 1 wide they run, and the other wide the bowler bowled. So it's 2 wides. If that's a no ball, they've changed the rule to 5 no balls. It's 1 no ball and 4 byes.
Yeah,
but
it will.
it'll still be
5
counted
no
as
balls.
5,
Yeah.
but 4 byes and 1 no ball. Here's a ball that's outside the line of the off stump, steered away, and there is a return coming in just high, and the batsman get another single. The total going up now to 59. 59 for 1. That's to prevent the bowlers from unfairly being credited with too many runs off of their bowling, because it's just 1 no ball, and it's the keeper fault that it went to the boundary. So it's 1 no ball and 4 byes. Nice shot. Just leaned into it and stroked it away. But if you bowl a wide and it goes for 5 wides, it's
5
the
wides
bowlers.
against the bowler.
Yeah, because it's his fault that he bowled it wide and not the keeper.
What's impressed me with the way how the visitors are batting is the timing of the ball. They're stroking the ball sweetly off the front foot. I'm just wondering now, if when I used to play cricket, if the bats used to sound so sweet. I think there's no doubt in my mind that the bats today are far better than the bats of yesteryear. The ball seems to come off the bat so sweet and so easy and so quickly these days that the timing is, look at that. That was just pure timing, coming forward, stroking it nicely through extra cover. They look very organized and very good off the front foot. One would love to see them on a little bit of a quicker pitch and where the ball is bouncing a little and see how they would operate as well.
Well, after 11 overs, they're 59 for 1. Most of these cricketers would have grown up playing on matting wickets in America. I think there's a turf pitch in New Jersey, and there's obviously the international at Bowen National Park in Florida, but there are few turf pitches in the United States, and most of them would have grown up playing on matting pitches. Stanley is on Hakim. How many runs Stanley has?
21.
21.
Interesting, Sean. Oh, after you finish.
Yeah, this guy got 92 in a losing cause in the only defeat
Against
them, the DCC in the preliminary round game. He got 92 in that match, and he's one of the standby players for the American senior team.
He looks very organized.
Back he goes and just stocks it. Nice work, good running, nice soft hands, and good angles, and good communication, good running overall.
Sean, I know you like this. You use the stats, man. I've just been given the stats for the top 5 batsmen, top 5 bowlers
In this tournament?
in this tournament for Zone A. All right, and you look at it, you see Marvin Prasad from MYO, 216 runs, averaging 54.
He got the most runs.
He got the most
And
runs.
165 is his highest.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's an individual score.
Yeah.
Sanjay McCamilla, that is from the New York team.
That's the guy that's batting right now.
He's got 208. Average 41. Sanjay Stanley, again from the New York team,
Both of them are
195.
batting right now.
Yes, so there it
Yeah.
is. We're not lying on how they're looking. Eh?
Yeah.
They look like if they can play cricket. They certainly look very organized on the front foot. And KZ beaten from
Oh dear. What a way to out. Looking to paddle sweep, got the top edge, and it spooned into the air.
well, that was a delivery that should have been swept
Yeah.
away. I should have been hit.
And that's Mukomala.
Was slow. He was just looking probably to hit it behind square. Got the top edge and it just ballooned.
Mukomala doesn't
Ricky
really
keep it
play
to
too
catch.
many aggressive shots. He picks the gap, he times the ball well. He is not one who would likely to play those hard sweep. He would more fine sweep and so on. He's gone, so 2 wickets down. It's now 59 for 2, 60 for 2. So there's still some hope.
And then,
DCC.
then we continue with the batting. Nkosi beaten, DCC 185, and Adolphus Buki, DCC again,
Yeah. And both of
185.
them are playing in the
Inter-association cricket. So I
under
think
19 at Wales.
that tells a story by itself. And then the most wickets, Kangura
yeah,
of the New
that's
York
the
team.
fast bowler from
Total of 12 wickets. I thought you guys were saying, oh, this is the Zone A. Daniel Mutu, DCC, 12. Suknananan from QC, 12. Vikash Jaikaran from QC, 12. And Pradesh Balkisoon, GYO, 9.
And it's good to see that the schools are involved in this also. We must commend the GCA for involving school teams.
Well, it's really only QC. We know Queens.
Yeah, two players from that school among the top wicket takers.
Yeah, and we know Saints used to be involved before. I don't know what's happened to them. They just seems to have fallen off.
And I heard that QC pulled out of some on the 15 tournament. Forward comes
And then the Zone B, Devon Allen,
who got in?
Transport Sports Cup, 274 runs, so that's not bad. I did get some runs against GUYANA as well. Wayne Bullers, Maltino Sports Club, 173. Chandra Mohan, the GYCA, that is the East Coast team, 137. Balgobin, 128, and Garfield Benjamin, who actually only played 2 games, got 126. And in the bowling, Devon Allen. No, sorry, that's highest individual score. Akeem Clark, Transport Sports Club, 15. Wayne Bullers, MSC, 10. Chevratan, MSC, 9. Trevon Jones, GNIC, 8. And Passad, MSC, 8. Trevon Jones actually bowled 9 overs for 5 runs and took 4 wickets against Everest. Probably the most economical in the tournament.
That's an on drive, and the ground is so fast that it raced away despite hitting the non-striker's bat for 4.
Well, interesting that the umpires are actually signaling 4, right? Had that the ball gone on to mid-wicket, everybody would have clamoring for the umpire to signal dead ball, wouldn't they? And
No.
say the batsman shouldn't run.
No,
That's what happens
that
in
was
cricket
an
today.
involuntary shot.
That's what
that was
happens.
an involuntary
I'm not saying it's
deflection.
right, you know. That's what happens today. Once the ball hits the other strike and nobody runs. You don't realize that?
Yeah, well, most of the batsmen think that it's a dead ball, so they don't bother running.
Well, it's accepted now, and I think if you look at international cricket as well, and I think I've seen where there've actually been confrontation on the field with umpires and players when they actually do hit the ball and they run. But I, for one, do feel that if the fielder throws the ball and it hits me or something, I'm going to run, because if there's one run to win,
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop. I'm going to run.
Like if a return comes in and you involuntarily put your bat to ground,
Well, you're out.
and the ball hits the bat,
Yeah.
you can get overthrows.
You should get overthrows, but people don't run for those these days. So whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But if it's going to be one run to win, I'm going to run. So I don't see why I shouldn't run on other occasions as well.
Paris continues and is down towards the short fine leg position, and the batsmen get a single. Total now goes up to 66,
65.
65. Scoreboard just one ahead. They want to give the New York Tri-State an early day.
Earlier day.
Earlier day. Back and across comes Mukabala, and he plays it in front of him, and there's no run. So
But there's still a game on. Should DCC get another 2 or 3 quick wickets, they could well put pressure on the New York Tri-State side.
So Stanley and the other Powell batting. There are 2 Powell brothers. Mukawala is already out, and Bansal. Good delivery again, played into the offside. How did Mukamala out? Caught, bowled by who?
The ball is Jafar.
Jafar. Nice flighted delivery. A lot of leg spinners in this tournament. Young leg spinners coming through.
Well, it's funny you're saying that, but none was in our group really, apart from transports leg spinner. We hardly saw leg spin in our group, but obviously in this group there is a
Against
few.
Martinez?
Only, oh yes,
Yeah,
Martinez
bowlers.
has young bowlers.
Yeah.
But
He's quite a good leg spinner
he's a good cricketer.
and an excellent fielder.
He's a good cricketer. He can bat a little as well.
Yeah. Nice drive, but straight to wide-ish mid-off.
What I
And no ball. So a free hit.
What I did not see in the tournament, and that's something of a little bit of a concern of mine, is a genuine fast bowler, somebody who runs in and put a little bit of fear in batsmen. I didn't see Torrington,
Yeah, Torrington is the fastest bowler in this tournament.
but I haven't seen any out-and-out fast bowlers in the tournament.
DCC without Torrington, down the track he comes, a free hit, and he kept his shape. He didn't try to hit it too hard, and he easily hit it for 6. That was timing and kept his shape. And that's what you need to do when you get free hits. Don't try to beat the leather off the ball. 6 runs.
Well, that was a good shot, actually. That was a good cricket shot because he came down the track, held his shape, didn't try to overhit it. The mid-off and mid-on was in, and I think he was looking probably, yes, to hit it for 6, but I don't think he was expecting it to go that far. That was certainly
And
a very good hit
if the guy
indeed.
bowls the exact ball, no,
He's
he
not
would
going to go for that
play a
shot.
defensive shot. Semi-defensive shot. Forceful drive.
I think, but a free hit, so.
The only time you see most batsmen in this tournament using their feet to the bowler is when the ball is a free hit. They charge the bowler and hit him anywhere they could.
And this leg spinner is more bowling a lot of top spinners
Yeah.
instead of bowling leg spin. It's not really getting the ball to turn that much or to shape away from the batsman.
So the over is completed. 14 overs gone. 14 overs gone. 72 for 2. So that's a nice shot again as Paris continues. And that's Stanley. Stanley has looked quite a good all-rounder. Stanley has looked good with the bat. He's bowled a couple of good spells. Looks a good young cricketer. 18 years old. Plays this one back of a length down towards short extra cover. And there's no run. Mukamala has been very consistent throughout this tournament, despite that he doesn't score very quickly. Wide ball. That should be 2 wides. That was on the other pitch.
I was definitely a wide. Our scorer was already shouting, "What?"
Well, of course, it's hit steam bowling. Maybe his friend. Yes, he says it's his friend. That ball almost. That's a good delivery. Pitched and left the batsman, nibbled at it, but the keeper didn't hold even if it was.
Again, you see the lack of footwork from the batsman.
Yeah.
Once the ball is pitched outside there, there's not a lot of footwork.
Back and across, plays it back towards the bowler.
Our cameraman has been doing a very good job as
Yeah.
well, hasn't he? He's certainly got some very
was
good pictures. He's got
telling,
a good
John-
camera.
Yes, John earlier.
And he looks to be a professional.
Yes, he is a professional.
Maybe we'll see him on one of those international stage soon, because
Yeah.
he looks very good. He looks like if
Well, hopefully
he's going to take
he'll
over
get there.
somebody's position sooner rather than later.
Is this the same streaming that did the football at Lenora?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be able. No, I thought they brought their own people in. No, they brought their people in.
Is this the same streaming?
They brought their people in. Shot.
Nice shot again. And that's the end of the over. So at the end of 15 overs, 72 for the loss, 73 for the loss of 2 wickets. I was telling John just now that the TV looks very clean. John said no, there's some dust at the bottom.
I expect that from John. We expect that from John.
So
I think you have to explain to him that the pictures look very clean.
he would have found some fault with the pictures too.
That's John Ramsing for you, though.
Nice flighted delivery, turned into the onside. That's a good shot. He waited on the ball and then just turned his wrist and played it quietly into the onside and took off like a hare and got a single.
But those type of deliveries can get into trouble as well, because it's pitched way outside leg stump. There's no way you can control what you're doing in terms of playing them with a straight bat. One would have preferred them to look to sweep and sweep hard, rather than look to play those deliveries with a straight bat.
Mark Harper was a very good sweeper. That's a wide ball and not a good take by the keeper. Is this the keeper who would have kept in the full strength team?
No, this back. The
That's
other one gone to the interswitch.
so a depleted DCC side. This must be the third string DCC team, but it's good that that's a full toss and got the punishment it deserved, and that's gone for 6. Yes, 6. A full toss, nice juicy full toss, and pounded away for 6. The total now going up to 81 for 2. And Gavin Ed was saying that, well, I was telling him that if this was any other club, they would have struggled to find a team.
I don't know if they would struggle to find a team. They would put out 11 players, but what kind of 11? I know Guyana could have put out 11, but would have been very, very depleted 11.
If you lost 9 players?
No, not if you lost 9.
They lost 9 players.
9 is a lot.
7 to
9 is a lot.
the
Even without even
and
that's a no ball.
and Ned and Singh.
Even without losing 9 players, just losing 4 or 5, 5 of your best players, other teams would have struggled.
Yeah. I know Martino's was a struggle.
Every
for
team,
sure.
every team. I
Even
don't
if
think
they lost 3.
there would have been a difference in any team. Every team would have struggled to put out a decent side.
And that's a nice shot and a free hit. And again, he uses his feet, get close to the ball, kept his shape, and this time it bounced before it hit the side screen. The last one hit the side screen, this one bounced, and then went into the long on boundary for 4. So 2 free hits cost 10 runs.
Even good. And it's beginning to look like the end is getting very near.
Game 7 match.
Oh my.
Again, we see
Turn it into the onside.
looking to turn it into the onside, and that's a wide. When you would prefer to see them look to sweep those deliveries rather than look to turn
And
them.
the White takes the score to 87 for 2. Again, flighted on the line of the leg stop. He might have thought of sweeping there and then just checked the shot, turned it out towards backward square. So Makumila was removed by Pinder for 26, and Bansel before him was removed by Singh for 3, then 16 for 1, and the second wicket fell at 60. So a good partnership between Makumila and Stanley, and another good partnership here. Ball on the line of the leg stump, played out towards long on, an easy single. So the total going up now to 88 for 2, and we've completed 16 overs. So it's a stroll in the park, even though the park is to our right, just over the road. Nice breeze here at the Everest ground. So we're seeing the GCA officials who put on quite a good tournament. Yes, there's a pan now of the background, the Atlantic Ocean, the bunker, the ammunition bunker that was here for the Second World War. It's still here. The police building and the cruiser tree. I've now seen the cruiser tree when I looked at the TV, and I looked at this. And
We
I
know you
didn't
can't
the
see that
cruiser tree.
far, Sean. We know you don't see that far. We know you don't see that far. So.
I can see the people in those cars. And the captain in the boat, he's wearing a white cap. There's a boat there on the Atlantic Ocean.
Good luck to you.
Yes, this is the boat. Look, the captain is right there with a white cap. Ball on the line of the leg stump, pushed into the onside, and there is no run. Lovely afternoon. Just after work, people will be coming down to the seawall to run, among other things.
When you say other things, what you mean?
To buy food,
Oh, okay.
to get fresh air. among other things. Here is Wilson. Bowls. I'm trying to figure out, no disrespect to Wilson, how he got 9 wickets for 19 runs against Transport.
Well, he was playing against Transport, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, but from all that I gathered, the pitch had a little bit of moisture and it was holding up a little. So,
So
he probably just
Wilson?
pulled in good areas
Nice shot.
and got the ball to,
Good direct
stop.
hit. But the batsman was well past his crease. And the total going up now to 91. So they need 97 to win, in case you've just joined us, wherever you are around the world, looking and watching and listening to this live stream. Murph Siram, Frederick Halley. Yes, that's the nets that at Shift Chandrapal practice facility. My eyes must be really bad. I didn't even see that. I'm now seeing it on the TV. That's a great venture, a great gesture, and a great developmental program for the youngsters. Putting the Chandrapal name on the nets, it's the great idea, but the actual facility is the great development program, and it's not completed yet.
Shot.
Ball that's on the off stump, stroked away, nicely timed again by Stanley, and it goes out towards long off, and they go closer and closer to their target. They are now 92. So they are 5 runs away from victory with 8 wickets in hand. And how many overs gone? 17 overs. So that's the New York Tri-State team. They look like a tired bunch, but they should be. This is hot conditions. They come from a cold climate, and they've almost had to play every day back to back. They've had a wonderful tour, just losing 1 of their 5 matches leading up to this. And DCC, the only unbeaten side, but not with the same players who carry them through the tournament. This is a second string or a third string team. They've lost 7 players to the inter-association tournament, playing for Georgetown at Wales against West Damara. Still trying to find out what Georgetown did in that game. And they've lost 2 other players. A good delivery spun away, and the edge found, but it was Wilson. Wilson had slipped diving away, but couldn't hold on. That would have been a good catch if he'd taken it.
Well, I doubt whether he got a hand to it as well, because it was very wide of him, and as he was diving to his right and didn't get a hold of it.
So 94 for 2, says the scoreboard. The guys on the scoreboard doing also an excellent job. This is punched away, and no screams. The youngster from the non-strikers end. Pinder, right arm leg spinner. Solitary slip in place. Good delivery again. Back and across he comes and stabs it square. And no, says the non-striker again. That's Parwal. There are 2 Parwal brothers. The other Parwal is the fast bowler, Vidat Parwal. He got 5 wickets in the semi-finals. He bowled quite a good spell here today also. And this is his other brother, his younger sibling, I think. This is punched into the offside, and again there is no run. So Pinder getting through his overs very quickly indeed. At the end of it, the prolonging the agony, the DCC bowlers. And at the end of it, it's 94 for the loss of 2 wickets.
I think it's just a matter of time now before this game comes to an end. And the New York side would have played the better cricket on the day. Obviously, with the DCC team winning the toss and deciding to bat, I thought probably was a bad decision. When you look at how the pitch played, there were one or two deliveries that actually still stopped on the pitch, and maybe they would have been better advised to probably to take the field first, try and use the little bit of a moisture.
Well, we're
that
seeing
was in
there
the
a
pitch,
lovely
but
panoramic view of the sea
didn't.
walls, of the Atlantic Ocean, of the trees, and of the Everest ground. And we're seeing now, well, the camera can't see that, the net's being taken down.
well, they
That
think it's
means-
all over.
That's it, means it's all over. I wouldn't want to be facetious and say I want a ball to go there right now.
Well, if it goes there, the game is over.
Yes, but
Because
the
that's
ball
4
will
runs.
be lost and wet. That's in the onside and a misfield
Well,
there.
I think one of the
by-
DC fielders wants the game to finish earlier.
Yeah. So, what's the score now? So 2 runs to go, 1 run to tie. If a match is tied, what will happen?
What happened?
If they get 8 wickets.
Yeah,
Just
at
one run
you count back to what has happened in the first 6 overs, I would think, or first 10 overs, whatever the rules is.
Ball is pushed away back towards
Or whose
Wilson.
side lost less wickets.
Yeah, there must be some rules and regulations in the GCA regulations. They've done a very good job though from organizing this tournament. Hard shy the stumps, misses the woodwork, and the scores are tied.
Scores are level.
So let's see how many runs Stanley has and how many runs Powell has.
37, 16.
37 to Stanley, 16 to Powell, 96 for 2. Here is Wilson, bowls and back over his head and down to the boundary for 4. That's the end of the game. Stanley goes to 41, finishing the match with a boundary back over the head of Wilson, and that's the end of that. So they end on 100. So at least one team, Clyde Butts, reaching 100.
Yeah, and I think they're a well-deserved victory for the New York Tri-State side. They've played the better cricket on the day. They fielded, they bowled pretty well earlier on, especially their spinners. And now they've come to bat, and they've bat pretty well. And at the end of the day, they will say that they've won this finals, whether it's a DCC full side or a depleted DCC side. You've got to give them credit for the way they've played on the day.
So let's go through the New York Tri-State scorecard. Bansal was removed by Singh for 3. It was 16 for 1. And then a good partnership between Macomilla and Sanjay Stanley, the captain, took the score to 60 before Macomilla was removed by Pinder for 26 at 60 for 2. And then another good partnership, seeing them to the end. Stanley 41 not out, and Powell on 16 not out, and Singh and Pinder picking up a wicket each. The game finishing in 100 for 2 in 19 overs. So again, we must commend the GCA and all those who helped the streaming guys did an excellent job. Of course, the commentary team provided live action